6. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Detroit Lions. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
Here's the first carry from Matt Breida. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes it's just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
First down, Bears.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. A very quick pass to Ridley. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people just like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Bears, first down.
Now it's Breida. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Tackled by Jeff Okuda. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears.
Chicago.
Jarnell Mooney there to make the grab. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive.
His kick is
And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears.
7.
Well, look at this. They got the 7-0 lead in the pocket, and they're going to try an onside kick. Oh, did the Bears get it? They did. Chicago football. Well, they just scored. They got the lead, and they decide to keep their foot on the accelerator, so to speak.
Scouting, scouting, scouting. They had to have seen something in their preparation for this game that told them in this situation, if they get the look they like, let's go ahead and go for it anyway. They like being bold.
Oh, he's going to air it out right away. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Chicago. Jarnell Mooney with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability.
The kick is
And
good.
it's up and good.
Makes the score Bears 14. Lions.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. He'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Operating from the gun, Huntley. Goes to the right side here, and that's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's good for 28 yards. From the gun, Huntley. Escaping the pressure right. And he fires one incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Throwing again, Huntley. Battle for it here, and this will be caught. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just so the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Huntley. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. It's Khalil Mack that time, shooting in there to get him to the ground. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. Down in his first career game. And the Lions have got it back to a one-score game. And he'll bang that one through.
Makes the score Bears 14, Lions 7.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
A gain of 12. 1st down, Bears.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. The kicker here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now a throw left sideline here is complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver, and it's second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Ball carrier.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. He's at the 50. 30. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. An interception return from... Good drive going, a chance to build on this first half lead, but now you kind of feel like we got a new ball game.
And you wonder what the discussion will be now at halftime, because I think we were headed towards one. Now it's a different discussion altogether. One side optimistically, the other side wondering what could have been.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. To forget for him now, 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A solid pick. The door. Here's Swift. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. From the gun, Huntley. Eluding the pressure right. Lucky there. They keep possession inside the 5. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave them with a 3rd down. They will run it with Swift here. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Taking it in for... have taken the lead. Able to punch it in on 3rd down. Makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating when we have to make the call. They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coaches...
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game.
The kick is good.
And he knocks it through. And how about this decision? Tie game, first half, but here's an onside kick. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also, it may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things, and it won't come back and hurt them.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up the Demarius Randall. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown, and pick it off. Just as we saw there.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
This inside the 35-yard line. 15 yards on the play. First down.
First down, Chicago.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
He was covered by Noah Igbo.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And finally taken down at the 15. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
First down.
And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
Chicago.
15 yards. And the Bears have broken the tie. And they drew up the counter there. It worked. They're glad they drew up the counter.
Is good.
And a lot of times what you're trying to do is just simply get the defense moving in one direction. It doesn't take much. Even one step's enough. Get them going in one direction and then cut back against the grain and let your running back finish it off and get the work done.
And the Lions are able to cover this one out. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play. And here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
On first and 10, it's Swift. Solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a second and 3. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a second and 3. Here's Huntley. Now the middle, and it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 22 yards there, a first. Operating from the gun. Huntley, this is caught. And the Lions Lions are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there at a first down.
The 2-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. They'll run with Swift. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal. One more time with Swift. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his second touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a second. A big play if you think about it right now. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. It's their quarterback taking it in. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And his kick is good.
That will tie the game, 28 all. Matt Gay set to kick off.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They run with Breida. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack?
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Back to throw now on first down. This is caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That one goes for 24 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Breida. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And this time he is in. Matt Breida as the first half is winding down. And the Bears have broken the tie. It's up and good, and they've jumped back ahead, 35-28.
Bears 35, Lions 28.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll take this to the other side of midfield. 29 yards and a first.
46-yard line.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. A final shot before break. Huntley. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. His time is now run out on this first half of action. So we reach halftime here in our first Monday nighter of the season. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. A gutsy call there. You exit the locker room with a lead. Try the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They're already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kickstarted things going in the opposite direction.
iamr7k's Swift.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Once again, it's Swift. To the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. An extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will tie our game here in the third.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
He's across
a big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Gain of 27 on the play. And
here's Breida. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. On second down, a run with Breida. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 8.
6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
They'll set up a throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. Back to throw here. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Down.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. And that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Touchdown.
Matt Breida with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Bears have broken the tie. He's got the hat trick now of rushing touchdowns. Also has his team the advantage.
And I'm looking at it 2 ways here. If I'm on defense, I don't care what they do now. I commit as many people as it takes to slowing him down running the football. Even if they want to hit me over the top on play action, I just don't let him beat me that way anymore. And if I'm him, I'm in the huddle calling the plays myself. I don't care what play call comes in. I tell my quarterback, guess what? You're handing it to me again.
And if I'm the quarterback, I'm saying, okay, that sounds good, right?
Smart quarterback.
A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play.
At the 47-yard line.
To throw on second down. Huntley. The pass complete to Hakeem Butler. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Throwing on first down. Huntley. And he's got his man on the outright. Butler getting into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
That old film of Peyton Manning going through the route tree with his great receivers in Indianapolis. I think we're seeing the results of the same type of work here today. These guys know each other so well, they don't even have to call the play. They can just look each other and know the route that's going to be run, and usually the connection is perfect.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So, sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. Going for the deep ball. He's got him in. Complete. The 20. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney. 73 yards. And the Bears have broken the tie. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped.
Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like there on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Smith in on the...
That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, and defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
to throw, Huntley. This is complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. And as he throws and the ball is out, it's a live football.
A fumble on the play.
As we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. From the gun, Huntley. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. The Lions on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and forever. That's complete to Butler. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
Complete.
The crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves them well short for 4th down.
4th down.
On 4th down, Huntley. And it is incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Bears will get the football back. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. Oh, he's got some breathing room. He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they turn to.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Marching in for the sack, Michael Brockers. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost...
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Jarnell Mooney. 43 yards. And the Bears will... Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it, but think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kelly Winslow came along and tied it. And then, of course, Jerry Rice tied it as well. And finally, we're seeing it here one more time. Phenomenal.
This one down to the 45.
The Wildcat.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
5-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
He's got his man. It's Butler. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That good for 19 yards as they pick pick up the conversion on third. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
On first down, Huntley. That is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Lions able to get this back within a touchdown. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. That'll be complete to Breida. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
It's a gain of 10. And the Bears first down.
Now back to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
It's a gain of
25 yards that time.
First down, Chicago.
They'll look to throw again. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Cole Kmet, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Brings up second and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now this one complete on the slant route. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
A gain of 8 yards. And it's third down.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And Robinson with a big catch. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one a back-breaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On first down, here's Breida. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They run again with Breida. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
The ball carrier.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And no, it's incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Lions will take over. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
He's back to throw. Crusher there as it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off inside the 5.
Bears 61. Lions 49.
And the Lions were able to cover this one up. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
He was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Forced out to his left. Incomplete. He was trying to get it to Hakeem Butler there, and that'll make it 3rd down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden... Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
On the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though, now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. And he'll find his way down right around the 12. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason.